Accept. Verb. Verb forms. Accept. Accept. Accepted. Accepted. Accepting. Offer. Invitation. 1. Intransitive. Transitive. To take willingly something that is offered. To say yes to an offer, invitation, etc. He asked me to marry him, and I accepted. Accept something. Please accept our sincere apologies. It was pouring with rain, so I accepted his offer of a lift. She's decided not to accept the job. Please accept this small token of my appreciation. Accept something from somebody. He is charged with accepting bribes from a firm of suppliers. Accept something for something. She said she'd accept $15 for it. Opposite. Refuse. See related entries. Business deals. Receive as suitable. 2. Transitive. To receive something as suitable or good enough. Accept something. This machine only accepts coins. Will you accept a check? Accept something for something. My article has been accepted for publication. Agree. 3. Transitive. To agree to or approve of something. Accept something. They accepted the court's decision. He accepted all the changes we proposed. Everything about the child adoption was against accepted practice. Accept something from somebody. She won't accept advice from anyone. Opposite. Reject. Synonyms. Agree. Accept. Approve. Go along with somebody or something. Consent. These words all mean to say that you will do what somebody wants or that you will allow something to happen. Agree. To say that you will do what somebody wants or that you will allow something to happen. He agreed to let me go early. Accept. To be satisfied with something that has been done, decided, or suggested. They accepted the court's decision. Approve. To officially agree to a plan, suggestion, or request. The committee unanimously approved the plan. Go along with somebody or something, rather informal. To agree to something that somebody else has decided. To agree with somebody else's ideas. She just goes along with everything he suggests. Consent, rather formal. To agree to something or give you permission for something. She finally consented to answer our questions. Patterns. To agree, consent to something. To agree, consent to do something. To agree. To agree to, accept, approve, go along with, consent to a plan, proposal. To agree to, accept, approve a request. Responsibility. 4. Transitive. Accept something. To admit that you are responsible or to blame for something. He accepts full responsibility for what happened. You have to accept the consequences of your actions. Believe. 5. Transitive. To believe that something is true. Accept something. I don't accept his version of events. Accept something as something. Can we accept his account as the true version? Accept that. I accept that this will not be popular. I am not prepared to accept that this decision is final. It is accepted that. It is generally accepted that people are motivated by success. It is accepted to be, have, etc. something. The workforce is generally accepted to have the best conditions in Europe. Difficult situation. 6. Transitive. To continue in difficult situation without complaining, because you realize that you cannot change it. Accept something. You just have to accept the fact that we are never going to be rich. Nothing will change as long as the workers continue to accept these appalling conditions. Accept something as something. They accept the risks as part of the job. Accept that. He just refused to accept that his father was no longer there. Welcome. 7. Transitive. To make somebody feel welcome and part of a group. Accept somebody. It may take years to be completely accepted by the local community. Accept somebody into something. She had never been accepted into what was essentially a man's world. Accept somebody as something. He never readily accepted her as his own child. Opposite. Reject. Allow somebody to join. 8. Transitive. To allow somebody to join an organization, attend an institution, use a service, etc. Accept somebody. The college he applied to has accepted him. Accept somebody into something. She was disappointed not to be accepted into the club. Accept somebody as something. The landlord was willing to accept us as tenants. Accept somebody to do something. She was accepted to study music. Opposite. Reject. Extra examples. He would not accept my advice. He would not accept the fact that his father was dead. I accepted the gift from my sister. I am unfortunately unable to accept your kind invitation. I had no choice but to accept the committee's decision. I was very unwilling to accept her resignation. She accepted a bribe from an undercover policeman. She graciously accepted my apology. Some people readily accept that they may have to pay for medical treatment. The college cannot accept responsibility for items lost or stolen on its premises. The government now accepts the need for change. These figures should not be accepted at face value. Everything about the child's adoption was against accepted practice. He refused to accept that his father was no longer there. It was true, but hard to accept. Most people had come to accept that war was inevitable. She had never been accepted into what was essentially a man's world. She said she'd accept $15 for it. She won't accept advice from anyone. She's decided not to accept the job. The company cannot accept liability for any damage caused by natural disasters. They accepted the court's decision. You just have to accept the fact that we are never going to be rich.